Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Full Circle Network. This is episode 2 of Full Circle Broadcast, our main show. So I'm your host, Jackson Hayes, editor-in-chief of FullCircleCinema.com. Today I'm joined by Colin Stetzner.
Hey guys, it's Colin, as always, and we're joined by the fabulous Ileana as well.
Hi guys, it's Ileana Melendez. I'm head of marketing here at Full Circle, and I am always fabulous and happy to join you guys.
Boom.
And better than Marcos.
I'm being better than Marcos. Marcos is playing Fortnite right now, faking on us. But that is what it is. He wishes he was better at the game. That's why he's training, because he's not as good as us.
Melendez siblings rankings. Go, Jackson.
Ooh. Yeah. See, like, Ileana's obviously up there, but, like, Andy saves me in Fortnite every week.
So hard in Fortnite that it's just, like, it's hard. Like, I want to put him one, but I don't know.
And listen, like, Marcos is my man, but, like, he talks about Titans.
Exchange words with Andy? Or you just know that he plays really
sometimes
good
Sometimes he turns his headset on, but, like, it's random.
And that's a treat.
It'll be like whenever, but he sounds just like Marcos,
with his
so it's like a surprise. But he's just like an angrier Marcos, like
and
just like
more
aggressive.
You never know what he's doing. But he helps us win, and
he helped us win. He's real good at the game.
Pretty good at that.
All right, but enough of that. All right, so we'll get into the news from this week. It was a big news week. Last weekend was a Star Wars Celebration, so we'll get to that in a minute, though. We're going to start out with something I don't think many of us are too excited about. Today, Fox released the new Dark Phoenix trailer, or X-Men Dark Phoenix. What are they calling it? They keep switching it up every time I check.
I'm pretty sure it's X-Men Dark Phoenix.
I thought it was X3 Last Stand.
Oh, that might be right. That might be the right one.
We've had enough.
X-Men movie in the 90s, but we haven't aged since the 60s.
Honestly. All right, so what'd you guys think of the trailer?
I mean,
it was
why?
great.
Yeah, I mean, like, this was better than the last one.
I have one question. How dare you?
I mean, like, what new information?
I have a second question. How dare you?
Like, I feel like this movie, like, anything you could be showing me, like, I can't guess. Like, I mean, obviously I can guess where some of it's at the start and the middle and the end, but, like, I just have no idea why this movie's being made or what are we doing here?
Okay,
why?
Here are my thoughts on the trailer. I thought, even though this is the final trailer and we're supposed to get, like, new footage and all that, even though I guess there's new footage in there, I felt like I had already seen everything. Like, it just felt like the same trailer over and over again.
It was the same tone. It was the same shots for the most part. It was the same idea, basically.
Yes. Same structure.
See, I don't even remember seeing new scenes. That's how, like, bad
there
it was.
There was, like, one or two, like, specific shots. I was like, oh, I guess we haven't seen that yet, but...
There's a little bit more dialogue with Jean Grey.
Oh, the dialogue is so bad in the trailers.
It's so bad.
It's a big
How do you screw up the trailer dialogue? Like, literally, like, that's one of the easiest things to do.
You just pick the best dialogue from the movie.
Exactly. Like, look at the Avengers marketing. Like, oh my god, like, all that dialogue has been killer. And then it's just like...
I'm trying not to watch the Avengers marketing because I'm trying to go in as blind as I can.
Look,
and
whatever
it takes. Does a leak. Ugh.
Look, whatever it takes, and I'm gonna watch as much as I can to pull myself
Me too.
over.
I keep saying, like, I don't need to watch this. I don't need to watch this TV spot. I don't need to, but then I do. I automatically do.
I have to. And then
I've been strong. I haven't seen any of the.
I mean, good for you. Self-control. I don't have that kind of self-control.
What's the last thing you saw?
Discipline. The trailer, the last trailer.
Like this trailer they just released like 2 days ago, or like.
No, the Endgame trailer.
Like the second. You didn't watch the special look?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah,
You're missing out.
Yeah.
That thing is
fantastic. I refuse. No, I know it's fantastic. I've seen, like, it's really unavoidable because I've been seeing, like pictures and memes and GIFs and all of that, and I'm like, okay, that's enough for me.
Like, I commend,
I'm
like,
trying really
your
hard.
ability. I have no self-control, and I need this.
Yeah. I really, really, really want to go in blind because I feel like I think we're kind of, and maybe this is gonna be related to Dark Phoenix, but my problem.
No, I'll tell you. I can tell you how it's related to Dark Phoenix after you finish. I can bring it full circle here.
All right. I have faith in you. Okay, so my problem with Marvel's marketing, me as a marketing major, is that
it's too good.
No.
It's so good. I don't want to watch it.
I mean, yeah, maybe for the main Avengers movies, they have great marketing, but their problem is that they overhype their movies in the sense that, not that their movies turn out to be bad, but they overhype them in a way that they show so much footage. I think the Endgame coverage has been the least amount of footage that we've seen in all of the Marvel movies, and it's still a lot. Like, I feel like we're seeing a lot for this movie, despite all of the cuts.
Yeah,
and everything.
Like you said, like, you haven't watched any of this, and I've seen so much more. Since like all the TV spots, I've seen so much more than the 2 trailers. Like, so much more has been added.
I'm with you. So like probably another couple minutes.
And I'm really surprised because they were really conservative with what they were releasing up until a few weeks ago.
But TV spots always hit like that for like movies like this. They just come fast and furious and like.
But they were a lot of TV spots.
There's like 5 or 6 out just in the last couple of days.
That's a lot. Like, I don't even remember, like, Captain Marvel having that many TV spots.
I remember when we all thought the Captain Marvel marketing wasn't very good.
It was not.
It wasn't great.
That
it wasn't
brings
great.
me back to
and now we're
Marvel's
sitting here like,
marketing.
oh my God,
like,
Endgame.
especially with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, the first 2 trailers, more specifically the second trailer, was really good. It was epic, and it hyped up the movie. But they hyped it and hyped it and hyped it so much to the point that a lot of people, including me, to a certain extent, when you go into a movie theater, you're expecting something super duper, super epic and large scale, when it's really just a first Avenger movie. That's really an origins film that is a little bit slow in build up, and then it eventually gets to what you're expecting from the trailers, but it's a little slow to get there, and that kind of throws people off. I think that's the problem with a lot of these other I mean they're all main Marvel movies, but when they're solo movies that aren't the original 6, they tend to get this treatment a lot. And that's why I'm trying to, like, this year, avoid as much Marvel, especially Endgame marketing, as possible, because I want to go in fresh. I want to go in just no expectations. I truly don't know what this movie is gonna be, aside from, okay, they're going to team up, they're going to 99% sure go into the quantum realm, and they're going to do something. Past that, I have no clue. I really cannot say.
Would you prefer that or the X-Men Dark Phoenix marketing?
Yeah. Let me full circle this. Let me just address Fox's marketing team really quickly. You know how boring your trailer was? We would rather sit here and talk 5 minutes about a movie we've talked to death about for a year than talk about your movie.
Exactly. This started out as a Dark Phoenix thing, and we immediately transitioned into Avengers marketing.
We talked about Dark Phoenix for like 30 seconds.
Listen, the trailer was the exact same as the first one. Like, there was nothing new or exciting about it.
You watch the Dark Phoenix trailers, and you're good. Like, you saw the movie. If you saw the trailers, you saw the movie, because it showed everything.
Yeah, like, I feel like I already know what's going to happen in the movie. Like, I don't care about the conclusion of that movie. Like,
absolutely not.
What's gonna happen? Jean's gonna die again. I don't even know how
X-Men Apocalypse concludes. Because you want to know why? Because I fell asleep.
I
fell asleep.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And to talk about go back to the dialogue we were talking about. Like, Sophie Turner looks so awful in this movie, and like Ileana, watching her in Game of Thrones on Sunday, she was magnificent. Like, she put on a clinic.
She was an absolute powerhouse.
She
on Sunday.
Next to Kit Harington and Emilia Clarke and all those actors and actresses, she was a standout. Like, even Peter Dinklage, like her scene with Peter Dinklage, she was the standout. Like, she went wit for him, like, completely, so much better than she used to be in the show. And the fact that they're trotting her out here in this marketing, as bad as it is, it's a disgrace.
It really is, because I feel like Sophie Turner deserves better than this, because she was not always... I mean, she grew up on Game of Thrones, basically. And, of course, as a child actress, she's not going to be the very best.
Right, I thought Maisie was better than her for like most of it, but like she's come into her own like so quickly.
Exactly. Like, especially in the last 2-3 seasons, she, as an actress, has developed her skill more or less on par with the development of the character. And now that Sansa has been going through all this crap, and that really she has to dive deep into her emotions to channel that anger, that cunning that Sansa has had to do, I think that Sophie Turner has really gotten that down, and it really shone on Sunday's episode of Game of Thrones. It was just so good.
And none of that shows in the Dark Phoenix trailer. None of it.
Exactly. Like, I feel like Sophie Turner is literally here because she has no other choice. Like she already has the contract.
I mean,
it feels like the same thing like with Mystique. It's just like those two. Like it just looks like they're just like everyone in this movie looks like that.
Well, right?
Like,
they sold.
I'm just here because I have to do this.
When Sophie signed up for this movie, I guarantee you they pitched her second movie as she's the lead role, and she's like, "Whoa,
exactly.
big move! This is a big career change." The X-Men movies up to that point, when she signed on to Apocalypse, were doing very well.
Great.
They were doing very well.
Days of Future Past is my favorite one.
Right, First Class is right up there. Deadpool and Logan were both financially super successful, and then she signs on to this franchise, and where does it go? Straight into the toilet. Thank you, Bryan Singer, for that.
They're like, hey, let's bring in one of our best actors, Oscar Isaac, and just
let's make him blue and yell things.
That's what really makes me mad. They have such a great cast. They have such a good effing cast.
Evan Peters, Ty Sheridan is good. Like Nicholas Hoult, like James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender. These guys are real good actors. Mm-hmm. And you get nothing. You get nothing out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine having that cast and like making that bad of a movie.
They're not given the material to get something out of them. Honestly.
No, the dialogue is garbage.
And this guy's a first-time director. He's not going to
Simon
know
Kinberg
how to get the best out of his cast. Like,
get the guy who wrote The Last Stand to direct Dark Phoenix. Yeah, good smart move.
Well, he's also written some of the better X-Men's too. Like I think he also wrote Days of Future Past.
I mean, sure, but like it's clear to me he doesn't know how to handle the Jean Grey character, and like it's not going to work.
Oh no! Well, exactly. He wrote X3. Like what? Like come on! Like I'm tired of this.
It's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute, but X3, I don't think getting any older is going to help him. Realize how to work these characters better.
I refuse to believe the saying that the older you get, the wiser. No, that's not always.
I think that's not in Hollywood. I don't think that's how it works.
Absolutely not.
No, we can a bit of touch.
We can sit here and rip this apart for another 20 minutes if we feel like it. But why don't we get something a little happier? Maybe something a little more controversial. I know me and Colin have some thoughts. Star Wars Celebration was on this past weekend in Chicago, and on Saturday was it Saturday, right? Or was it Friday? No, Friday. Friday was the episode 9 panel. Yes,
it was Friday.
Yeah, Friday was the episode 9 panel.
Saturday was the video game.
Mm-hmm. And then Sunday was Mandalorian. So Friday was the episode 9, and they obviously released a teaser trailer revealing the name to be the Rise of Skywalker, and there were some great surprises in there, some great shots, some great imagery. So we'll go ahead and give our thoughts on that trailer, and then get into another deep discussion. So Colin, we'll start with you.
Mm-hmm. I just gotta say real quick, I don't like the title. I'm just gonna lead off with that. I don't like the title.
I'm with you.
But overall, I thought the trailer was really good. I didn't expect to like it all that much. I mean, like the first minute of the trailer is just Rey standing in the sand. Like, why would I like that? But here I am sitting here having it be one of my favorite things to watch now. But I mean, it looks great, and I am a little scared of some of the stuff that JJ's gonna do, like the Death Star shot at the end, because it's obviously the Death Star 2, and hearing Palpatine's laugh, like we knew that was a big rumor a while back. Thanks to the guys at the Weekly Planet, and you ran that
for years. Oh yeah, I mean Matt Smith playing the younger. Obviously I don't know if that's going to come to fruition, but it's obviously more of a possibility now than it was before. And
I mean, like with all this recent time travel stuff that's been introduced, like I don't know what's going to happen with the movie. I don't know, but I mean, it looks fine. Like that's the only thing I have a problem with, really, is the name and like retreading some old stuff that I don't care to see when we could also move into the new direction.
All right, Ileana, same question to you.
I really enjoyed the trailer. I agree with the shot of Rey just standing there in the desert for most of it. I thought it was actually just really good. Like, somehow they managed to make the simplest things so nostalgic yet new and Star Wars, and it really just kind of it brings you in, and your eyes are glued to the screen because you want to know what happens, and they're very good at that. And this trailer felt the most Star Wars trailer in a very long time. Like, this felt like way, and it's probably because of JJ, but this felt more in tune with the Force Awakens trailer that came out 5 years ago now.
Oh God, yeah. What was that? 2014. Yeah,
it was 2014.
It was 2014.
The first one
right?
came out. The first one came out. The teaser came out. Thanksgiving, I think, 2014.
Ooh, God,
exactly.
So long ago.
And I just want to say, like, to speak on like that, like, that's what happens when you have great characters and good movies. Like,
Exactly.
We can watch Rey stand in the sand for a minute and love this trailer, and Dark Phoenix can show us every action beat they have, and we're just like,
they show us all their best shots.
Terrible, and we're like, oh man,
Exactly.
episode 9 looks
like,
amazing.
We love these characters so much. We love them. The actors do the characters such incredible justice, and I think Daisy is really going to shine in this movie. Not that she doesn't shine in the others, but I feel like this is really her moment to kind of pick up where we left off from The Last Jedi, because as controversial as The Last Jedi was, we all know that here on the Full Circle team, we are Last Jedi stans.
We are pro Last Jedi.
We are absolutely pro Last Jedi.
I have a lot of opinions on The Last Jedi, and a lot of them are pro.
Yeah, we all do. But yeah, so I'm really happy to see Rey kind of pick up where we left off in The Last Jedi, but in the sense that she's still a good person, but I don't think that she is going to try to get Kylo to go to the light again. Like, she's probably just going to accept that he is the bad guy, and she's going to have to make the tough decision. And
well, yeah,
I feel like it's going to be, you can see that emotion in her in the trailer. Like, she really doesn't know what she's doing in a sense. Like, she knows what she's doing, but she also is just terrified. But she's trying, and she's faking it till she makes it, and she does it well. And I think that's what really is gonna shine in this movie, and I'm really happy to see the original characters come back. Like Lando obviously was gonna be a big we already knew that Billy D. Williams was coming back, but that was still like a really fun thing to see. Yeah, I really love how they incorporate in the trailer, and I'm excited for the movie, despite, the concerns that, yes, J.J. Abrams could be kind of going back and forth or retconning some stuff from Last Jedi, which I feel like J.J. Abrams has a little more respect than that.
I mean, that's where I kind of want to jump in, though, because I've had this concern since...
You have more worries about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap up my conclusion is that this is going to be, out of this last trilogy, the most Star Wars movie, if that makes any sense. Like, it's going to be the most Star Wars. It's going to be like... It's going to be OG Star Wars for the new generation.
I mean, I agree.
Like, this is going to be this generation.
It's not going to be Anakin and Padme talking about how much they love each other.
Jesus Christ.
It's underrated.
It's more OG.
Underrated scene.
No. It's more OG Star Wars, minus the incense.
No, I love you, Anakin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think it's going to be really good. Go off, sis. Go off.
Yeah, listen, I agree with a lot of your points. I love the trailer. I love the trailer a lot. I also had some major concerns with the trailer. And I've seen these pointed out everywhere, but I've had this problem since we were in the very early days of the last show, the show that will not be named. The two shots that stuck out to me, and me and Colin were talking about this beforehand, were the fact that Rey is using Luke's lightsaber and Kylo is reconstructing his helmet, which he destroyed, which were both destroyed, both items in The Last Jedi. Things that I thought were, character beats that were moving the story along in a way that was moving these characters into a new position, in a new place, into a new world, moving Star Wars ahead and not living in the past. And something this trailer it was hitting heavy on was living in the past, which people had a lot of problems with The Force Awakens. People who did have problems with The Force Awakens was the nostalgia factor. Oh, there's another Death Star. Oh, they're blowing up another Death Star. It's just a retread of A New Hope. I don't think this is going to be a retread of Return of the Jedi or even of Empire Strikes Back or anything like that, but I think I'm worried that JJ isn't going to move the story along enough for me to feel like this is a new trilogy in a new age, because so many people had issues with what Ryan did in The Last Jedi, and so many people had issues with where he took the characters, that JJ's going to decide that he's going to take back some of that, because obviously he set up what happened in The Force Awakens with his mystery boxes, and he obviously had his own answers, and Ryan had different answers, and I'm just worried that there's going to be a level of retconning that's going to make me feel uncomfortable about the movie in general.
See, I'll give my side when I was talking about it. Like, we're both in agreements on the lightsaber. We don't think the lightsaber should be there. I mean, it
should have been destroyed. I listen, that's the lightsaber. It's the most important lightsaber that's ever existed. But It was destroyed for a reason, and then bringing it back, I think, is doing a disservice to what happened in The Last Jedi.
And really,
I mean, we're just really assuming that it's Luke Skywalker's.
No, I'm pretty sure they confirmed it was.
I'm pretty sure it's the lightsaber.
And like the helmet, so like I completely agree with you. As much as I do have some problems with The Last Jedi, like Kylo Ren was an amazing part of that movie, and him destroying his helmet was honestly one of my favorite parts. And like him rebuilding it, it ruined some of that for his character, which I like. And like I said, like the only reason I'm able to like accept that it's going to come back is that I think he looks badass with the helmet on.
I mean, sure, it's cool. Like it's obviously cool,
but like that's the only part. Like it completely ruins that part of Rian Johnson's character, which was great. Like Kylo Ren was the best part of The Last Jedi. Like he stole
his character moved forward the most, which was the best.
Star Wars villain.
No, I agree. Like completely. He like his downfall was the most interesting part of The Last Jedi by far. And it was crazy to see something like that in a series where redemption is so heavy, where people love being redeemed. They love, coming back to the light, where he didn't, and he chose that differently. Obviously, him rebuilding his helmet doesn't mean he's coming back to the light side, but the title kind of alludes to it too, in a way. Depending, obviously we don't know, but we're interpreting. This is speculation. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So, the title could mean many things. I don't like it because I think it's alluding to Kylo, which is worrisome, and maybe that's what JJ had in mind from the beginning, and then Ryan took it in a different direction. Listen, I don't obviously we're not behind the scenes. Oof. I don't know, but if that's what it is, I'm not cool with that.
I just had a big FU thought that would just completely piss off Last Jedi stans. Right. What if because we know in Star Wars now you can go back in time and take someone from we can take someone from that certain point in time.
That rebel nonsense.
What if our heroes grab Luke from a different time
Boo.
and save him?
Boo.
How much would that piss people off if that's what happened?
Absolutely not.
Rian Johnson wrote the most beautiful piece of dialogue in The Last Jedi, where Kylo tells Rey to let the past die, let it die, let the nostalgia die. Listen, you're bringing the Emperor back. Cool.
It was iconic.
If it's done in a cool way, fine. But let it die. Just let it go. It's over. We have to move on to new things, new exciting things. We have to stop. We have to stop living in the past. I can't do it anymore.
If you're gonna redeem Kylo, you're gonna need that big bad. But I don't think you had to redeem Kylo as much as I would love to.
I don't think you do either. Why?
I'll talk about it I'll talk about it all the time. I'm always like, oh, Kylo, my favorite part. Oh, I want him to be good just because I want more Kylo Ren because I love Kylo Ren. But I don't think you need. I think you could have just let him be the big bad on this one.
People like bad guys. What is wrong with it? Why does the good guy have to be, or the bad guy have to be a good guy?
Well, it's just because I like him so much that I want him to stay around.
Honestly, and I really hope that we explore Knights of Ren in this movie. We explore more of where in the world was Kylo Ren? Why are you Kylo Ren? I
Luke
really
tried to
want.
Kill him.
If Rian Johnson just had the chance to kind of conclude on that crap with this movie, then I would have been a little bit
honestly
less worried.
To me, I would prefer Ryan finish it, but the world at large, I couldn't listen to the internet if he was finishing it. At least with JJ, they're being quiet. All the all the hateful people out there are being quiet, but I couldn't do it if he was again.
The same people hated on Force Awakens, so these people, these people just don't want to see Star Wars because they just hate on Star Wars. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I think there is some valid criticism of The Last Jedi.
I mean, there is. But
they both have there's valid criticism to both movies. There's issues. There's obvious issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I think JJ is the perfect person to keep giving us Star Wars. I think I love The Force Awakens. I think that was one of the most Star Wars movies we've had. And I think he's the perfect person to round out this Force.
I think we can all agree, though, even if we prefer Ryan over JJ or JJ over Ryan, that Colin Trevorrow was never the man to do it. I think we can agree on that.
Look.
Oh, absolutely not.
Look, I did love that sassy tweet when Mark Hamill, he tweeted out oh, my son's writing his second movie ever, and then Mark Hamill was like, does he need a lead actor? And then he's like, oh, my son's frantically rewriting after they killed off his main old character. Which
Listen,
he was just a big F you to Disney for Colin Trevorrow just being well, you guys killed off Luke Skywalker even though I wanted to use him, but okay.
Okay.
You'll never get the chance.
Let's kill off the most iconic hero in lore. Let's just do that. But
yeah, okay, you killed off the most iconic hero in lore, but he's the only hero in lore that can come back as a ghost, and no one cares about it. It's not a question. He's gonna come back as a ghost. Like it was,
No, there was never a doubt in my mind when he died. I wasn't like
right, but like this is the only franchise.
Back.
This is the only franchise where like they can immediately come back, and you're not like, what? Wait, what happened? Like they just come back. So,
no,
listen, he says it in the trailer. No one's ever really gone. There, it's there.
That is true.
Which makes me think like, who else could like come back? Like, I'm guessing we're gonna see Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like, I'm guessing.
I've been waiting.
Obi-Wan.
If that's the one thing,
I'm gonna say Obi-Wan is like a 80%. Anakin's like a 60.
Yeah, Ewan is a higher chance than Hayden. Definitely, I feel like.
Yeah.
Just because I think the people want Obi-Wan so bad that like I think they're gonna give it to us.
There was that concept art for Force Awakens with like a half Darth Vader, half Anakin,
yeah.
And like JJ's using other concept
crazy.
art. Like the Death Star concept art is from Force Awakens. Or the Death Star shot is from
like
Force
Rey was
Awakens.
Going to be diving into it or something.
Yeah, the original Rey character, whatever her name was then, was going to be like looking through the ruins of the Death Star in the original Force Awakens. So he's using that again. So who knows if he'll use the Anakin concept?
Interesting.
Which I would like to see.
Lots of things that can be thrown around. It's like a lot of little details, but I really think that though the criticism and the concerns are very much valid for this movie, I have hope.
I love the trailer. I don't want to like make it out like I hated the trailer or like I'm not excited for this movie. I love the trailer.
For sure.
I just have concerns, and I've had these concerns before the trailer, and I'll have them after the trailer. So that's my 2 cents.
How great do all our characters look?
Soon enough.
Basically. Like Rey looks amazing in that new outfit.
Everything looks beautiful. It looks incredible.
Finn looks great. Poe looks
Everyone
fucking
looks
amazing.
Awesome.
Kylo Ren looks the
so
same, but he still looks so menacing and badass.
Beautiful.
Yeah, JJ knows how to put together a movie. No one can question that. He knows it will always look good.
It really will.
I don't think he's gonna mystery box this. I think
for sure
he's gonna end it.
I don't think
he knows he's gonna end it. Yeah, I think he knows he can't mystery box anything, and I think he knows he's gonna end this, and he's gotta end it. Which, like I remember when Disney bought Star Wars, and I was like, fuck, I don't want any more like Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And like I'm glad we got these 3, and that's amazing, and they have been great. But I really don't want any more saga movies. Like, just give me Star Wars universe movies. Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, I care about this story, but
it sucks because like I do love these characters, and they're some of my favorites. But
I want to see them so much more. Like,
I want to see other
so
things.
Good.
Like, I want to see more Mandalorians. I want to see stuff like that. I want to see an Obi-Wan movie. I want to see things like that. Like, I don't need.
Yeah.
And I want to see Knights of the Old Republic. Like, I want to see stuff like that. I don't want to sit here and continue the Skywalker legacy and have to wait. Oh, is Luke's ghost going to come back in this movie? Oh, is that Mace Windu? Is he alive? Oh my God! Like, we have to move on. Like, we can't
let this past die. Kill it. Kill this saga. Like, it's so amazing. Like, just end it now. 9 movies is enough.
This
9 of the biggest movies to ever exist. Like it nothing will ever touch Star Wars in terms of like the. I mean, MCU is a whole other thing, but like this
MCU is completely different.
Right, like this is Star Wars. This is it. Like this is what started it all.
Like when I think of Star Wars, I think like that's like, if I think of a franchise, like I think of Star Wars. Like the MCU, and it's an amazing franchise. It's gonna get its 22nd movie in a week. A week from today, I'll be in the theater right now, probably crying my eyes out because it'll be about 2 hours in. But, like Star Wars, it's a completely different feel.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I mean, well, before we move on, let's talk about that Palpatine reveal. Like, how do we?
Oh yeah.
How do we think he comes back? Like, that's kind of the big question going around right now. Is he still alive? Is it a clone? Is it like a robot like they had in the EU Battlefront game? I think it was. So.
Oh yeah.
Any guesses?
That's canon. Yeah, he's a full.
Like a hologram or something.
I mean, it's canon. It's canon, but we know if JJ doesn't care about it, it won't be canon anymore. You know what I mean? Let's move on.
Uncanon.
I honestly think they're gonna do time travel in this. I really do. I honestly think they're gonna do some kind of time travel.
I don't think they're gonna endgame it.
I would hate.
I feel like it's a reach.
I just think it's just because like they introduced it with Rebels so late, and I mean, I get it just because you wanted to bring Ahsoka back because people love Ahsoka, but like I just feel like what are you gonna do? Because like
it's a bit much.
I'm not gonna feel menacing.
Excessive.
Like I'm not gonna feel like a robot emperor. Like I'm not gonna think that's menacing.
Well, I'm also
like this guy can't even shoot lightning. Like
the only
like I care about this.
The thing that the thing I want to happen if they're doing this is to have the Emperor have been lurking somehow, some way, still alive. Like he Darth Plagueised it. He figured out how to stop death, that kind of thing. and he was behind Snoke the entire time, and this was a setup with Kylo to take down the Skywalkers and take down the Jedi again and do this whole thing that his plan was originally. If they play it like that, I think I'll be. I mean, obviously it's a tough sell for a lot of people. I feel like because it's very you're tying it very closely to other events in canon and all that. But I
maybe they holocron it, like because I know you
but
got the Sith artifacts.
You don't tease the laugh and the whole thing for a holocron. You can't do that. Like he's in it. He's in the movie, but how is he in the movie?
Well, is it Ian even? Like,
I mean, he showed up on screen. Like, he showed up on the panel.
It's his laugh, and he did show up on the panel. But like, I mean, like,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I truly cannot say. I really can't say. All I know is that if they do somehow manage to work the whole tying all three movies together with this one plot that was all set up by the Emperor or somebody that, you know, is carrying out the Emperor's legacy, much like Kylo Ren was originally trying to do with Darth Vader, I won't be mad. I kind of won't be mad.
I won't be mad, but this
if it's
like
well
this will have to be like an incredible screenplay for me to be on board with it.
Well,
It's gotta.
I mean,
it's gotta
look
be
who
well
wrote
done,
it.
and it's not impossible.
Oh, big old.
Look who wrote it.
Look who Martha Man.
The God Mode, man. The man who wrote the best movie of all time. If you don't think this movie's gonna be good, leave.
Why did you say that name?
Jesus Christ!
That's what Ray, that's
the man who brought you.
You said Martha Man, and I'm like,
the man who
what?
brought you Jolly Rancher and Grandma's peach tea.
Absolutely not. No. I'm sad now.
I'm scared. I'm scared, guys.
Tyler's
I'm
peach
excited, but I'm also very, very, very scared.
I'm nervous, excited. That's literally all I could say about it.
Like this trailer got me more excited for the movie, but it also got me very worried for the movie. So I'm
still.
The only thing I'm worried about is the Emperor, because I'm like, why and what is happening here?
It's a little bit, the Emperor was a little bit of a reach. I still don't know how I feel about the title. I originally was like, oh yes, this is fun, Rise of Skywalker, a little bit of a, new generation thing, but at the same time, wait.
Right, why is that? I thought we were moving on. Like,
I
why
like
is this
it
in
because
the title?
Yeah, I like it because it's like, well, it's the end of the trilogy, or like not the trilogy. Well, it is the end of the trilogy, but I mean, it's the end of like the saga, so I like it for that aspect. Yeah. But then I think of it like if it's just like the individual movie, like what does it mean like for the individual movie? Which I think it should reflect the individual movie, and I think they're going for like the saga in the title.
I mean, still, I like.
Because what are you gonna do? Like our solo, or not our. Well, he is a solo. Our Skywalker is Kylo Ren.
Right. There's a
dead
guy
Rey.
and the evil guy. Like that's who our Skywalkers are.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're gonna retcon Rey or Finn.
Please don't. Please.
Or maybe like bring in a new Skywalker.
Please retcon Finn to be a Skywalker.
See, that'll be the moment. That'll be the moment. I'd be big fine with that. All right. Any other thoughts before we move on? We got some DC news to move to. So anything else?
I think I've gotten everything off my chest. I think I'm good.
Yeah. I hope they don't screw over R2-D2 like he has been in the last two movies.
I mean, he was on the panel, so hopefully they. I mean, Anthony Daniels talked for like 20 minutes, so they better let R2-D2 do something in this movie too.
That was so boring.
Anthony Daniels is a man, all of it about himself. Like that man loves himself, and I'm like, all right, Anthony, good for you.
Like you're C-3PO. You're the least liked droid in the whole universe. Please leave.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Lord.
So we'll jump somewhere else. We got news yesterday, kind of weird news. Like late last night that
it was like midnight when
it was late. I was late when I saw it because Thomas from Geeks Worldwide sent it to me, and I saw it. So DC Universe's Swamp Thing, the James Wan produced show, randomly halted production this week. And it was kind of a frenzy as to what was happening. So the gist of it is that they cut the season's total episode count from 13 to 10, and are rushing to rewrite the ending. All crew were told to stop production immediately while they rewrite it, and a bunch of people took to social media and were very upset about it. The original report, which came from Wilmington Star News, I think it was, who covers the Wilmington, North Carolina, where they're shooting the show. Said that it had something to do with the future of DC Universe, and that WB was looking into the future and considering different options. But that turned out to be wrong. Slash Film, I think, came out and said that was not the case, and that DC Universe is doing just fine. But there's apparently been a lot of issues in production of Swamp Thing. It's also very expensive. The shows cost $85 million to make. That's comparatively to 20
That's
million.
a lot.
Titans the first season cost 20. I think Doom Patrol's slightly below that, and then Swamp Thing is hitting almost $100 million for a 13 episode season.
God.
So it's very expensive.
Holy.
But the worrisome thing is that they cut 3 episodes. And now they're, like mixing the end of the season up to just wrap it up really quickly. So I know we all are into the DC Universe shows, at least here. The 3 of us watch the shows. Yeah. So are you guys worried? Because I know we were all pretty excited for Swamp Thing.
I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be like Titans. It really is.
Don't tell that to Colin.
I said it. I said it. It's gonna be like the season finale that doesn't feel like a season finale.
Well, yeah, you're not right. You're not right.
That was my first worry as well, because Titans, the end of Titans was a blithering mess.
Man, I hate Titans, man.
The ending was the worst kind of ending you could have. It was not satisfying in any way.
Like Doom Patrol is rolling, and I love it, but then I think of Titans, and I'm just like imagine making
Patrol
that.
is superior.
I mean, watching Titans. I was like, oh, this is pretty good, like live action Titans. Like, oh, and then I watched Doom Patrol. I'm like, what was that? Like, what did I watch?
Exactly, that's how I feel.
Is such quality. Let's just praise.
Right,
Doom
and I
Patrol
was
for a
hyped
second.
for
Doom
Swamp
Patrol's
Thing.
wild.
Like, I was getting hyped for James Wan. Are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
you're getting him Swamp Thing to produce, and you're getting 13 episodes. Like, it's gonna be the real deal. And then they just cut the ending the same way they did to Titans. I am not a fan of this idea at all.
I was more laughing because I had a pretty busy day, so I hadn't checked up. The only thing I had known was that was the rumor that it was that the DC universe was going under or something like that. And so I checked my phone, and the first thing I see is Swamp Thing trailer, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, they released a trailer in the midst of all of this
they're
mess.
We can't release an
they released
official
a teaser.
report.
They released a teaser.
We're just gonna give you a trailer, or we're just gonna give you a little teaser. We can't tell you what's going on. We're just gonna give you a little teaser. It shut everyone up, but
this is not hearsay. THR Variety, everyone picked it up. Everyone got comments on this. It was going everywhere, and they released a teaser trailer. Kind of bold. It looks good. Kind of a bold strategy.
Swamp Thing looks good.
Wild. It's distractions.
It looks good, but now I know the ending's a mess. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
I was just
now I know that the budget is super crazy and up there, so I know it's gonna be pretty.
It'll be better be pretty damn good if it's almost $100 million worth of fucking
Yeah,
TV.
if that CGI is not on point, I'm gonna be mad.
I was just shocked. I was like, wow, we got a teaser. They're not gonna comment. That's the most big that's the DC thing to do. Oh, all this bad shit's happening. We're not gonna comment on it. I mean, here's a little teaser. We're not gonna comment on it.
The thing that I feel like is gonna happen is the CGI episode 1 through 9 is gonna be oh, this is pretty solid, and then episode 10 is just gonna be a suit, a man in a suit, and it's not really gonna be finished. And he's just gonna be walking around it's gonna be the Snyder cut. It's the Snyder cut of DC Universe episodes. It's just gonna be episode 10 of Doom Patrol or episode 2 of Swamp Thing. I mean, what? You just cut the budget at the end for 3 episodes? Are you kidding me?
Well, if the budget for 3 episodes is condensed into 1, then maybe the finale is going to be the most expensive.
How do you? I mean, that's a lot to wrap up, though. Imagine
all the plot threads they're going to have going. Imagine if Doom Patrol just ended next episode. It just ended, you're wait, none of this got concluded. How did they stop any of this? Everyone.
You need a couple hours to do that episode.
That's what happened to Titans. It just ended. Nothing. It just ended. I was like, wait, what? You didn't finish it.
They're hey, we got all this going on. Here's Batman. Watch this episode. And then I watched it, and there was no Lord. Batman, and I was
what a tease that episode was. Boo.
We got bamboozled. We got got.
Okay, we got, but let's move into this. So they got us, but now they've actually cast an actor as Batman to help that tease they showed us in last season.
That is true.
So Ian Glenn, who plays Ser Jorah Mormont on Game of Thrones, is going to be playing Batman in Titans next season. Ileana, I know you very much fan of Game of Thrones, so what do you think about this?
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like it, though. It's going to be Ian Glenn is a very tall, lanky man, but as he has proven playing Ser Jorah for, 8 years now, it's going to be, a strange thing to see him as Batman, because it's going to be, Batman's usually, kind of this, not short, but a little bit of a wider, faster, quicker
average size kind of guy,
You're just an average size kind of guy.
But I mean, he's bulky, he's big, but he's not he doesn't stick out.
Exactly, he's got the Lord Farquaad attitude. You feel me? It's all in the money. But I think seeing Ian Glenn as a brooding, I'm just gonna kill people and beat them up.
Yeah, I'm just old. I'm tired.
Make every Robin hate me. kind of a Batman. I feel like if anyone could pull that off, it would be Ian Glenn. Like I feel like it's gonna be good, and I really hope they don't F it up.
I mean, I'm with you. He's kind of old.
He is.
He's got the big
but
old.
He's
we're only on the
supposed to
second
be
Robin.
here.
Like Jason is a kid,
That is
and like
true.
Ian Glenn is pretty. There's like 3 more, or like two
Maybe
or
they're
3 more
gonna,
Robins
like,
to go through.
Look, I
mean,
don't think we have to see
remember,
any of the other Robins. I think
Sir
we
Jorah
Come on, I
looks
want Tim
really
Drake.
effed
I do want
on
Tim
Game of
Drake.
Thrones.
I like Tim Drake, but I'm just saying, like, I think you could just we're not going to see him, and I think if we're like ever going to get any like Killing Joke action, I think it's going to be more focused on Dick's reaction to it than Bruce's.
No, that's no fun. I want a Red Hood show.
Well,
Red Hood
I
and the
don't
Outlaws.
make these dumb shows, Jackson. I'm just
Listen, they're not dumb shows.
trying to
they're just
justify
poorly
their
edited
dumb-
shows.
well, just dumb show. I mean, the other
They're
show's pretty good.
decent.
They're about average. Listen, we're
better than
big
CW.
CW. I don't know where you're stepping, Eliana. You watched Flash this week? It was pretty good.
Did you
I did
see?
not.
You're not
I
mad about the
refuse to see
spoiler anymore?
Flash.
Huh? I mean, technically, I don't want to apologize to Jacob because it wasn't like a major spoiler, but it still would have been nice not to know going in and then be surprised. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a bummer.
Wait, was it not a spoiler because
No, the guy who okay, Godspeed was in this episode. I won't say any names, but the guy who plays Godspeed is not the guy who voices Godspeed.
So he was just a body double.
Basically, but I would recognize the voice, and I didn't know the voice going in, so I knew it already, and then I already recognized it, but I would have recognized it regardless. So it was a little bit of a bummer knowing going in.
All right.
I'm gonna look it up now
Who
because I
was
don't
it?
watch it.
No, I'm curious.
I mean, this isn't going up for a few days. BD Wong voices Godspeed.
Oh.
The guy who plays him
Fun?
is some nobody.
Oh.
But I would have recognized BD Wong's voice because he's pretty famous. And it was
Okay,
kind of a bummer.
I thought you were saying like BD Wong was under the suit and it was a different guy.
No. I mean the other way around.
Just
Like
imagine.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, what the fuck? Why isn't BD Wong doing the voice?
Oh,
No, but it was
okay.
kind of a bummer because like
Interesting.
I would have liked to have gone in without BD Wong, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I like the Flash. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Yeah, but don't trash the CW, Ileana. Don't do that. We don't do that here.
Yeah, I used to, refrain from trashing the CW, but every time I look at the CW, it just calls to me to trash it. You know?
I can't wait till we have a podcast where it's just me and you and we talk about Crisis next year.
Crisis is going to be.
God.
You're gonna get the best, most fanboy podcast you've ever had about Crisis on Infinite Earths later this year. I swear to God.
Oh my lord.
I'm so excited.
Have fun with
so
that.
excited. There was actually a little bit of a teaser for Crisis on this episode of The Flash. So it was pretty exciting.
What was it?
A little. I mean, just a little tidbit. So, I mean, spoilers. If you, most people don't care about The Flash, but I do. In the future, 2049, we're like having flashbacks / flash forwards into Nora's life, and she received a message from her dad on the day the crisis takes place, like sending her a message about how much she loves her and all that kind of stuff. But in the background was Crisis, and like there was crazy red lightning and going on, like explosions, and there's also a tease they told us in the episode that Jay Garrick, Wally West, Nora, and Barry were all at Crisis when it happened. So Wally and Jay are gonna come back, for the Crisis. So I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome.
That's
I'm so glad Jay's gonna be back.
4 speedsters. Maybe
They
5
better
if
they
other
better
Barry Allen
up the
pulls
budget for this.
It's gonna be that's why they cut Arrow. They cut 13 episodes of Arrow.
Damn.
They better
Save a
use
little money.
that. Better
It's
be
like,
the
you know
that
what?
better
We're
be
just
the
gonna
damn
roll this
budget.
money
Then
over here.
they better go all out with Crisis.
I mean, they have to. If they don't, I will stop watching.
I'm gonna be
CW.
so disappointed. Like, why build
If
this up for
they
so
canceled.
long? and
They
then just be
canceled
like,
Arrow to do this. It better be worth it. I'm just saying.
Sacrifices must be made,
Well, I mean, he's gonna get canceled at the end of Crisis. Let's be real here.
I mean, he's big. He's
Absolutely
big dead.
true.
They've already teased that in Arrow already.
They're gonna find his tweets, and he can't be the vigilante anymore.
He's gonna get big canceled.
Oh my god.
They find some steamy tweets from his
We found
20s,
his burner account.
from his 20s before he went on the boat.
Good lord. That's a bit much, but
All right, so
I can see that.
we got one last story, and this is an interesting one depending on how you feel. So earlier today, out of I don't know who reported it. Might have been I think it was Variety. John Cena is being eyed to star in the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, as Peacemaker, a role that was originally written for Dave Bautista, but then he signed on to Zack Snyder. his zombie film for Netflix, Army of Darkness. So we getting John Cena in the Suicide Squad. What the hell's going on?
Betrayed his boy. He betrayed Gunn.
He did. You're right. He went to Zaddy Snyder.
I mean, I don't blame him. Who wouldn't pick Zaddy? But I mean, why? John Cena's doing this.
John Cena.
I laughed when I saw this. I was like, John Cena. Even though he has had some good, like, some of the stuff he's in isn't bad. Like,
Blockers is he's great in Blockers.
Blockers is hilarious.
He's good in a Trainwreck.
I was just more like, wow, John Cena.
I mean, he was always going to get into the action world. We knew that. Like, I mean, that's what they do. That's what these wrestlers do. Like he did in Bumblebee earlier, like last year. But the Suicide Squad, like Idris Elba and Margot Robbie and John Cena, like that's what we're getting.
That's your
trifecta right there. That's your trifecta. I don't know how I feel.
You could do Jai Courtney. Jai Courtney could have a bigger
role. Jai Courtney is in there. Joel Kinnaman, Viola Davis.
Captain Boomerang, please.
What a weird little cast he's got going. I don't know how to feel. I really don't.
I mean, see, I don't watch wrestling, so I don't know if he's got a cool finishing move. So I can't be like, hey, he should do that in the movie. I'd laugh at that, but
I mean, maybe he can do the "you can't see me" thing.
Oh, if he does the "you can't see me," I'll watch the movie again in theaters. I'll watch it.
I think it's a little too meta for even for James Gunn.
Should have gone with a little too meta-human, but okay.
Oh, I mean that's fair enough.
No.
If they recreate the John Cena phone call prank in the movie, then I'll be happy.
Oh my god. They should work in, like, they should give. Who's he gonna play?
Peacemaker, I think is what it.
Peacemaker, okay. They should give like Peacemaker his own theme, and it should like incorporate the trumpets for that song.
Good lord.
Yeah, Peacemaker's just like kind of like a buff guy. He like beats up guys, like that, you know.
So naturally they got John Cena.
John Cena.
Naturally, Dave Bautista, 2 wrestlers were up for the role. Naturally.
Right.
Who else could he play?
I know some people were saying like King Shark if he voiced King Shark. Other people were saying like what if he played who's the other character they have in there? Polka Dot Man. Like something random and stupid just to be funny. I could see that happening, but it looks like it's Peacemaker.
Let's look at it. Okay, I'm looking at a picture of him right now, and I can tell you what, I don't care.
He's generic strongman. That's kind of what it is.
You know, I saw Bumblebee. John Cena can do it.
Yeah, I've seen every movie.
He's got a cool helmet.
I've seen every movie that The Rock did like pre-Fast 5. Like that, he'll just do that. He'll just beat up
the game
people.
plan.
the game plan. What is that? What is that drug movie? Like was it like Narc or something like that? Something weird.
I don't know. I don't think I ever saw that one.
Some weird. Where he
what about
just
Walk?
I mean, if you just say what was that drug movie, I'm not gonna. No.
Walk Tall, or was that what the name of that one?
Walk the Tall Line. What was it?
I think it's just.
No.
I think it's just Walk Tall.
Who knows? The Scorpion King.
We don't talk about the Scorpion King.
You don't talk about the Scorpion King. I talk about the Scorpion King.
I don't talk about the Scorpion King. I don't care for the Scorpion
Yeah, Walking Tall. Did you guys ever see that one?
I know of it. Like I feel like I've seen it like on daytime
there's an old like 70s one which is just terrible, and then this one's like all right. This one it's a lot better than the first one.
That can happen, yeah.
And even though it's not very good itself.
All right. So, any final thoughts before we wrap up here? I mean, I'm not all that excited
Johnny
for John Cena.
Knoxville's in it.
I truly just don't. It's not really news.
Cast Johnny Knoxville as.
He's not gonna be.
They got like Dave Bautista's discount Rock, and then John Cena's discount Dave Bautista. So like that's how far down the line they went.
I don't know.
In terms of acting, like come on.
Yeah, absolutely. At least Dave Bautista is like entertaining.
Or like John Cena can be funny. He's a funny dude, but like
Christian's gonna crucify us.
Can they not give him the hair? He's got really weird hair going on right now. Can they not do that? Like, have you seen his hair?
What's his hair like now? It's not
look
just
it
a
up.
buzz cut?
No, look it up. It's really weird. Just look up John
up
Cena hair. I think it's been all over the internet the last few weeks.
Cena hair. What is it? I forget he has hair sometimes.
Ew, yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my god. What is
his
this?
hair grow out.
What is this?
Yeah,
You see it?
I've seen this. It's gross.
It doesn't look right. Like he's got to cut his hair.
Why is he wearing it like this?
He looked like he just got Just for Men. Like he got sponsored.
Yeah, it does not look good. It does not look good at all.
It's too long for that guy. He can't. It looks like he's trying to be young. It
Built
looks like a
his
toupee.
Career with a buzz cut, basically.
It looks like a toupee.
Yeah, here. This is from
That is not real hair.
January. John Cena
refuse.
returns to WWE and gets torn apart for new hair. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm seeing that exact same headline right now.
Yep, that's what I'm looking at right now.
He looks
LED
like
Look at
button.
that
Astro
image.
Boy.
Look at that image. Oh my god, he looks like an old man with like a toupee
There's
on.
no
like,
way
literally.
anyone can.
He
miss
looks like an old man with a young
Can't
boy
see me,
haircut.
bitch. I can see
That's like
that
Jacob's
fucking
haircut right
wave on your
there.
head.
That looks like Jacob's haircut.
Oh my god.
No, I wish
Oh
he
my
had
God.
Jacob's haircut. Then he'd look good.
He's looking like a buff Tintin.
Yeah, he's got to get rid of the hair. If he doesn't get rid of the hair, it's not gonna work for me.
Oh my god.
No,
That
grow it
is
out long. Like
awful.
imagine John Cena with like hair down to his shoulders.
Oh god,
Ew.
you remember The Rock
Hulk
when he did
Hogan style?
when The Rock did what was it? Was it Hercules? He did that Hercules movie, didn't he? Where he had that
Yeah, he
weird
did-
long
he did-
hair. Ugh.
I'm
Ugh.
gonna look
It's
it
not
up.
fun.
Rock, long hair.
It's gross.
I don't remember. I think it was that Hercules movie.
The first picture was Jason Momoa.
He's Jason.
the
We
long-haired Rock.
stand Jason Momoa's long
Jason
hair,
Momoa's the
okay?
long-haired rock.
He's the long-haired Rock.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that first
Yeah.
movie. What is this from? Oh, this is from Scorpion King. But isn't that Hercules movie?
He
What
had
about
long
the
hair in that movie.
the second Mummy movie? The Rock in the second Mummy movie, please.
Oh no! Oh
I
no!
always
It
forget
is
The Rock
like
is in
it's in
that.
Hercules. Look at this. Look at him in Hercules. This is the most
Oh, yeah, I'm looking
ridiculous
at it
thing
right
I've ever
now.
seen in my life. Why would you put a wig on this man? Holy!
Imagine
Oh,
having a
The
guy who
Rock,
looks like great naturally bald,
Hercules.
and then they're just like,
We're gonna put a wig on you. I love when they have
God,
the.
I forgot this movie existed.
Look, he is a-
Oh my god.
Wait, Brett Ratner made this movie. Holy crap,
Brett Ratner. Oh
Lord.
my god.
bro! He has an entire lion's head on his head, like a dead lion's head. Incredible! What an incredible time the 2000s were.
That's iconic. 2014.
This was 2014. Oh, we've come a long way.
This is not
We've come a
even-
long way in
not
5
even
years.
that old, homie.
Holy crap! This came out the same year Captain America: The Winter Soldier came out. Like, put that in your
Ugh.
mind.
Iconic.
What a great movie.
This movie made
I need to
$250
see that
million.
movie again.
Rebecca Ferguson is in this movie.
What?
So is Ian McShane. Gotta have to watch this now.
What?
I just want Brendan Fraser in a
John Hurt
mainstream
was
movie.
in this movie.
Is that too much to ask?
Brendan Fraser needs to be in anything now. If you guys haven't seen Doom Patrol, you need to watch it just for him.
The Renaissance is in full effect, and
Oh,
I need
God.
more of them.
This is like the little version of the reconnaissance. Like, he's going to get things out of this. Like, he's so good. He's so good.
Yep. Yep. He really is.
He's amazing. I can't
See,
speak
this
enough about how
this
much I love
movie
Brendan.
this movie came out the same year. The Hercules movie came out the same year the Kellen Lutz one came out.
What?
Remember when Kellen Lutz was Hercules?
I remember there was two Hercules movies in one year.
Bro, that
I
one made
didn't see either of
250.
them
Like,
because they
the
both
top-
looked bad.
Like, talk about The Rock's as a like a leading man. His Hercules movie made 250.
Nice.
Kellen Lutz's made 60 and it cost 70. So that, you know how that is.
Oh, so close. So close.
Ooh, Kellen Lutz, man. I caught like 10 minutes of Twilight on the other day. He's not very good.
Oh dear.
He's just not a great actor. When's the last thing? Oh, he's in a movie. Oh, he was in What Men Want this year. Of course he was.
Of course. He's just trying to pay the bills.
Just trying to pay the bills. Look, Hawkeye number 1,
Unreal.
Hawkeye number 2.
God, how come I never get cast in those roles? God.
You need to pay the rent somehow.
Bro, he looked weird with long hair too. Stop. Guys who wear short hair, don't get long hair. It doesn't work for you. Imagine
Just don't
Jacob.
experiment.
Imagine Jacob with flowing locks.
Ew. 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 No. No.
Like, no, thank you.
Absolutely
I'm not gonna say
not.
anything because that's just my reaction. I'm gonna second that reaction. Like Jacob, I love you. You're a good friend, but
We love you, Jacob, but dear
Nah,
God,
man.
never do
don't
that.
grow out your hair.
We're telling you this because we care.
Kellen Lutz.
Get a beard. You'd look good with a beard, Jacob.
Kellen Lutz has played Poseidon, Hercules, and Tarzan.
What?
Wow, amazing. What
What a
an,
repertoire.
what an incredible time for you, Kellen Lutz. The mid 2010s were.
Yep.
R.I.P. your career though, because you're not very good at what you do.
It's been a chat.
He,
It's been a.
he was in
it's
a
been
he was in a
rabbit hole we've
music
gone
a
down.
Hillary Duff music video in 2007.
This is
Hillary Duff
strangely
was
specific.
big in 07?
I didn't know she made music in 2007.
That's true. Wasn't Hillary?
Well,
Duff,
I
like,
forget I
already
was
over it?
I forget how old I was then.
I was like 9.
He won male scene stealer for Twilight New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn Part
what?
1, and Breaking Dawn Part 2. He won 4 in a row.
For what? What's
Ew.
this award?
At the Teen Choice Awards, the male scene stealer. He stole the scene's male. He won. He
What
won it
is
4.
this?
He won it 4 years in a row for the 4 Twilight movies.
What?
They really did not have anyone else.
4 years running. This man went to the Teen Choice Awards and won an award. Scene stealer male.
That's the only thing he had going for him.
Bro, the names on this list are incredible. Holy crap! You know who else won this?
Who?
In 2015, Chris Evans for Avengers: Age of Ultron.
What scene? Does it tell you
No,
what
just
scene?
in general, scene stealer. Like he just steals the scenes.
Just because of language.
Oh, Ashley Greene won the female one for Twilight back in 2010. They only did one. Oh no!
What does that even mean?
Wait, they won
Scene
it back to
stealer?
back. Ashley Greene, who plays what's her face, Alice in the Twilight movies. They won it back to back years.
Who's
She's the sister, the better looking sister.
Yeah, the one with the short hair.
Right. Nat Wolff won it for The Fault in Our Stars.
Of course he did.
What? Jenna Malone.
Who's that?
Jenna Malone.
Which guy is that?
That's
Nat Wolff is one of the Naked Brothers.
he's one of the Naked Brothers bands. He was the who did he play in The Fault in Our Stars? He was the friend.
Yeah, he was. Oh my god.
Was he
Forgot the name
Ansel's
of his
friend?
character.
Not Ansel.
I remember.
No, Ansel's friend.
He was one of the cancer kids. He was one of the guys in the support group. He was a friend.
He was the one who did the. Was he the one who did the cigarettes?
I haven't seen that movie in God knows how
He
long.
would put a cigarette in his mouth and be like, or no, that was the main guy. That was the main guy.
Yeah. That was,
I remember my
what's his
friends made me
face?
watch
What's
that
his
movie,
character?
and they're like, it's so sad. Like the ending will make you cry forever. And I was like, okay.
No.
And then I watched it, and the ending wasn't sad at all. But the only sad part was when he was at the gas station.
Yeah.
That made me really sad. But the ending, I was like, this isn't like that sad. Like,
Yeah.
So in 2016, I want you to just hear this, and then we'll get we won't ramble on for too much longer.
Yeah.
if it's not Chris
2016.
Evans
No.
for holding back the helicopter, I'm gonna kill myself.
No, okay. Listen to this lineup. So here are the nominees. I won't tell you who the winner was. Here are the nominees. This is male
Are you
and
gonna say what
female.
movie they're in?
For what?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is Scene Stealer for to the year 2016 Teen Choice Awards. Male and female were put together. Here we go. Chadwick Boseman, Captain America: Civil War. Gal Gadot, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Jenna Malone, The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2. Tom Holland, Captain America: Civil War. Evan Peters, X-Men: Apocalypse. Miles Teller, The Divergent series Allegiant. Now you hear that list. Who do you think won?
Oh, Miles Teller.
Okay.
Kids love
Or even
Divergent.
Peters.
Okay, are those your guesses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The answer is Jenna Malone for The Hunger
No one
Games:
saw
Mockingjay Part
Mockingjay.
2.
What?
Was
Who
that
was
one
she?
saw
Wait, that wasn't
that.
even the one where she took off all her clothes weirdly in the elevator.
Yeah, that was the second movie.
This was the last movie. What was she
Which
even
one
doing in
was
the last
she?
movie? She,
I saw the last movie like
She
months
was-
after.
she
it
was
came
Man, I
out.
one-
hated the last. I hated that
the
book,
last two were bad.
but I also
she
hated the
was-
last two
Fire
movies.
was the only good one.
Literally the
I
only
liked
one.
the first two books were great, and then
Yeah.
the last one was bad, and then like the movies
Yeah.
is like the same way. Like the first one was good,
Yeah.
second one was great,
Yeah.
and then like the last two were like, what the fuck?
How you gonna have
Yeah.
Black Panther, Wonder Woman, Quicksilver, and Spider-Man in this list, and you end up with Jenna
Yeah.
Malone?
I don't know.
Couldn't be me. Teen Choice
know.
Awards.
I gotta look up.
Teens are
I gotta look
stupid.
up what she did in that movie.
I remember her in I think it was Catching Fire, where you first meet her, and she has this really weird scene
Yeah.
where she takes
Yeah,
off her clothes
yeah.
in the elevator. And everyone's
Because
like,
in the
"Who is this?"
elevator, yeah.
Yeah, and then like what was she even doing in the last one? Did she make
That's
it?
when
out?
they. I know in
Did
the
she
book
make it
they
out?
like
Wasn't she like all scarred or something because she was
They,
in
like-
an accident?
She got burned or
they like
something.
go
didn't
through
she?
the
She
city.
got burned. I think that was it. It was just like a pity party.
Okay, you stole scenes. Oh, like Chadwick Boseman had some of the most incredible scenes in Civil War. Like Tom
Yeah.
Holland was the Spider-Man in Civil. Like
Tom Holland's was more like, wow,
Gal Gadot literally
badass.
Yeah, those
made
three,
me go
those
see
three.
Batman versus Superman.
Evan
though.
Peters had one scene in that movie. Like, and sure he stole the scene, I guess, but it wasn't as good as the other one. And then Miles Teller,
It's just such a vague category.
I never saw the Divergent movies, but
You guys
I
want
saw
me
the
to say
first
something
one,
that'll
it
make you
was
mad?
awful.
yeah, I always want to hear it.
Aaron Taylor Johnson,
hmm
way better than Evan Peters.
That's a hot take, and I disagree with you. You didn't see that coming, did you?
No.
Didn't see that coming.
Didn't see that coming. All right, are we good?
I don't know,
That's good.
Imagine having
these people are still listening to us
shot
if they're
by
actually
bullets.
listening to us. They listen to us ramble on about Wikipedia for 20 minutes.
They probably just like clicked off YouTube by now.
Or they like our charm and they're still listening.
Aww, that's sweet.
Thanks,
Same
Mom.
from them.
It's unrealistic, but no.
All right. Well, we can say bye to the people.
It's been a show.
You wanna tell them where they can find you, Ileana?
Well, y'all can find me on Twitter at Captain Melendez, and everything marketing-wise on the website that looks pretty was probably me. So enjoy that.
Including a picture of me.
She chose that photo.
She
I
photoshopped the shit out of
handpicked
it.
I handpicked every picture.
She
for everyone.
facetuned the hell out of that thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a real work art.
Art.
Like it should be in the
Truly.
In the loo.
or
In
what-
the
what-
loo.
In the
Yeah.
Louvre.
In the loo. In the bathroom. All right, Colin, where can they find you?
On Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, Gmail, LinkedIn,
LinkedIn.
Um,
Oh wow.
Venmo,
You can
PayPal.
me.
Definitely drop the Venmo.
Reddit. You can find me on Twitter at Collins Stetsoner. Please follow me.
Okay, instead
Marcos
of
has more followers than me, man. I think it makes
Drop
me
your
sad.
Venmo so people can donate to your cause.
Marcos is gonna get more followers than me soon, and I can't have that happen. But
It's because I don't clout tweet Titans. Like
I wish I could, but I can't. I can't live with. I can't
I
sleep at
don't
night
know.
if I do that.
My pride is worth more than clout.
Exactly. All right. Instead of me shouting out my Twitter, I'm just gonna tell everyone that in 2015,
Yeah.
3 people from Pitch Perfect 2 were nominated for a Scene Stealer in the Teen's Choice
did Anna
Awards.
Kendrick win?
She wasn't nominated. No, it was Adam Devine.
What?
It was Adam Devine,
What?
Haley Steinfeld, and the Green Bay Packers. So that was the.
I love Anna
What?
Kendrick, and whoever did the nominees, I will kill you in her honor.
I mean, she's the lead though, but I guess Chris Evans is the lead of Avengers: Age of Ultron. How did he get it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's
I
such
guess
a
they
big
would
category.
probably say like RDJ is if they
mean,
had to.
I guess, but like a Scene Stealer, like isn't that supposed to be like someone like a cameo
no,
who just comes in?
yeah,
and, like,
no,
steals
that's
the moment?
that's what I think of it. Like someone's like, you're like, oh, that scene was pretty cool, just because that guy.
These are such
I mean-
weird nominees.
What does Cap do that's really cool in that movie?
He has
When he
that.
fights
he has that
Ultron?
he has the speech.
Well, I mean, like a really cool like scene, like something that you'd be like, whoa. I mean, like the speech is awesome, yeah. But I'm talking like think of like Tom Holland's entrance in Civil War.
remember
Like
a
what's something
specific
like that
moment
with?
where I'm like, whoa,
Valuing
Cap
a
is the best
Scene
movie.
Stealer Teen Choice Award a little bit too much.
The people
So
need to
we are
know.
over-
overanalyzing.
Listen, I was
yeah,
a teen.
we were
I was a teen.
overanalyzing.
No, I was a teen.
Not even the people that chose the
I was a
awards
teen
and the
that year.
winners.
Yeah, these were our
I
people.
deserved.
These
I
were
can
our
analyze
people
it because
who
I
were
was a
doing
teen
this.
that year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to reevaluate where I was in my life, where Liam Hemsworth won Scene Stealer for The Hunger Games and beat out Chris Evans in The Avengers.
Good Lord.
Kevin Hart
think
was
I was
nominated.
starting
Dear God. All right, we got to get out of here.
I hate Kevin Hart.
He was nominated for Think Like a Man. What is Think Like a Man?
That's that one where like the girl can hear like the thoughts. of
No,
the guy,
that's
like,
what
she can
men
hear the
want.
guy's
No, no,
thoughts.
no.
That's one men
Yeah.
want. But funny enough, Taraji P Henson is also the star of this movie, and also that movie. So incredible. All right. You know where to follow the site and like and subscribe and do all those things. We'll catch you next week.
Follow us on Twitter at Circle Sin. Full
Oh,
Circle Sin.
yeah, there. Good plug.
Full
Good plug.
Circle Cinema.